Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Karatise Namaha. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. Madhya Kanda, Chapter 2. Mahaprabhu starts Sankirtan at the house of Srivas Pandit. He fell in all directions. This makes it difficult for the devotees to hold him. Excuse me. All the ecstatic symptoms manifested within him simultaneously. He expressed apprehension, laughter, trembling, pallor, horripilation, roaring, oblivion, dizziness, and all. The devotees were filled with amazement of such a wonderful sight. The Lord's ecstatic absorption in love of Krishna gradually increased in intensity. The whole night passed as if in a moment, and in the early morning hours the Lord came out of his trance. Day and night the Lord was absorbed in the nectar of Kirtan, chanting the holy name. The Lord had already begun propagating the holy name, and seeing him, all of the distress of the devotees was destroyed. The beloved son of Sachi Mata, Gaurasundar, continuously chanted the Lord's name loudly, like the roaring of a lion. Waking the atheists out of their stupor, their kirtan disturbed the non-devotees. Thus the atheistic population became enraged and aimed abusive language at the devotees. Someone said, "I cannot even sleep at night." Another commented, "All their screaming and shouting will enrage the Lord, and that will cause their complete destruction." Another said, "They avoid philosophy and speculative knowledge, and so they behave arrogantly." Another said, "Who knows what they sing about? Behind all this mischief is that Brahmana, Srivas. He and his 3 brothers get together and scream, 'Krishna, Krishna,' like madmen, just to fill their bellies. Does not one earn piety by chanting within his mind? Is this not sheer madness? The whole country will be ruined because of this Srivas. Today I have heard from the king's court that they will send 2 boats with government men to capture anyone who sings Kirtan in Nadia. This is the king's order. Srivas Pandit and his men will run away and escape, but we will have to suffer the entire brunt of this. I warned all of you earlier to throw Srivas' house into the river. However, you did not act because you thought I was joking, and now it is too late. The danger has come upon us." Another said, "What do we care? If the government men will come, here we will just capture Srivas and hand him over to them." The atheistic population of Navadvip discussed about the Vaishnavas in this manner, while the 2 boats with the government men came to Navadvip. The Vaishnavas heard his news and simply took shelter of the Supreme Lord by remembering him. In this way, all of their fears were dissolved. They said, "Whatever the Supreme Lord Krishna Chandra wants will happen, and it is for the best. As long as he is here, then what fear do we have from these wretched people?" Srivas Pandit was a soft-hearted and magnanimous soul. This news disturbed him, and he became anxious for the well-being of the Vaishnavas. He was apprehensive because he knew that anything could happen under the Muslim rule. The Supreme Lord, Gaurasundar, the Supersoul, knew everything in everyone's heart. The devotees were still not aware that the Supreme Lord has come and was amongst them. Now the Lord decided to manifest himself. Sri Vishwambar roamed everywhere, unperturbed and unconcerned. His transcendental beauty unmatched within the entire creation. His body was decorated with sandalwood paste. His reddish lips were like the early morning sun, and his eyes were like a blooming lotus flower. Cascading curly tresses shone like a halo around his glowing moon-like face. He wore a Brahmana thread around his shoulders and dressed in fine clothes. His exquisite personal beauty completely captivated the mind. Casually chewing upon palm, he went for a walk upon the river bank. When the devotees saw the Lord, they became very joyful, but the atheistic people felt intimidated. He must have heard everything of the threat, they said, yet he shows no sign of fear. He strolls about as though he is a prince. Another person said, "Listen, friends, I understand all this. Wait and see. What you are observing now is just another trick to escape." Fearlessly, Lord Vishwambar looked in every direction, observing the scenic beauty of the swiftly flowing Ganga and her banks. He saw a herd of cows grazing on the banks. Some of them went to the river to drink water, and a few young ones jumped about with raised tails. Some of them were butting each other, while others just lay round, chewing their cud. This sight immediately agitated the Lord. He forgot himself and began emitting loud, roaring sounds. He kept saying, "I am him, I am him," in this condition absorbed within himself. As the Supreme Lord Vishwambar swiftly ran to Sriva's house, shouting, "What are you doing now, Srivas?" Srivas was engaged in worshipping Lord Nishingadev behind closed doors. The Lord came and repeatedly kicked the door. The Lord screamed out, "Whom are you worshipping? Whom are you meditating upon? The person whom you are worshipping is here." Opening the door, Srivas trembled and sat down awestruck. The Lord spoke to Srivas, calling out, "O Srivas, all this time you have not known who I am? I have left my spiritual abode of Vaikuntha and come down to this material world at your beckoning, because of your loud chanting of the holy name and Advaita Acharya Prabhu's loud calling. Not recognizing me, you are living completely complacent and unconcerned. Avoiding me, Advaita Acharya Prabhu has gone back to Shantipur. I have come to protect the pious and punish the miscreants. There is no need for you to worry. Just go on worshipping me." Tears filled Sriva's eyes, and his heart swelled with love for the Lord. All his fears were destroyed by the Lord's reassuring words. Currents of joy passed through Sriva's body, and he stood up with folded hands, offering prayers to the Lord. Srivas Pandit is a great and pure devotee and a sublime scholar. Having received the Lord's order, he began to offer prayers. He recited from the Srimad Bhagavatam the prayers of Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. "O Lord, you are the eternally worshipable Supreme Personality of Godhead. Your complexion is dark blue like the monsoon cloud, and the color of your cloth is brilliant yellow like a flash of lightning. Wild flowers and kunja earrings decorate your ears, and a peacock feathers adorned your crown. Your face looks so exquisite enhanced by this gently swaying flower garland hanging around your neck. You stand beautifully with a morsel of food in your hand. Your mouth is smeared with the curd that you have just eaten. Your transcendental possessions, a herding stick, a buffalo horn, and a flute, are special features of your beauty. Your feet are as soft like the petals of the lotus. I worship you, the son of Maharaj Nanda. I worship the lotus feet of Lord Vishvambar, whose complexion is like the dark blue monsoon cloth, and who wears a yellow dress. I offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of the son of Sachi Mata, whose ornaments are a bunch of white flowers and a peacock feather. My obeisances at the lotus feet of the disciple of Gangadas Pandit, Nimai, who is decorated with a flower garland and holds a preparation of sweet rice in his hands. I offer obeisances at the lotus feet of the son of Sri Jagannath Mishra, Nimai. A million full moons fade before the exquisite beauty of his face. I offer my obeisances at your lotus feet, my Lord, you who holds the entire cane and the flute. Who holds the cane and the flute. I offer obeisances unto you, who has been declared by the Vedas as the son of Maharaj Nanda. Srivas Pandit prayed like Brahma to the Lord's lotus feet. The words of transcendental praise flowed out with ease from his mouth, and he spoke on. You are the Supreme Lord Vishnu, you are Lord Krishna, you are the Lord of all sacrifices. The holiest of rivers, the Ganga, has sprung out from your lotus feet. You are the life and beloved son of Janaka Maharaj, Sri Ramachandra, and you are Lord Nishingadev. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are like bumblebees searching for honey at your lotus feet. You are the knower and compiler of the Vedas, and you are the Supreme Lord Narayan. You appeared as Lord Vamana to trick Bali Maharaj. You are Lord Hayagriva. You are the soul of the universe. You are Lord Jagannath, the moon of Nilachal, and you are the ultimate cause of all causes. Is there anyone who is not subordinate to your energies, whether it be your unsurmountable material energy or your internal spiritual energy? Even Lakshmi Devi is not fully aware of your glories, even though she is your constant companion. Lord Shesha, who acts as a friend, companion and brother, and who serves you in every respect, is even subjected to your illusory potency, what to speak of others. You have placed me into this condition of family life, which is a dark well of forgetfulness. My rarely attained human birth has been wasted because I could not recognize you. In various ways you have deluded me, my Lord, going to the extent of putting on fine clothes and performing pastimes of scholarship, so that I was unable to recognize you. O Lord of my heart, please listen to me. Now that I have met you, I disregard all of my fears. All my sorrows and sufferings have vanished. My life has begun again. My day has come. My whole life and all of my endeavors have now become successful. The sun of good fortune has risen in my heart. My forefathers have been liberated, and my house has been sanctified. My eyes have never been blessed with such a wonderful sight as I am seeing today. I see him whose lotus feet are most worshipable by the goddess of fortune, Sri Rama Devi. Observing the wonderful form of the Lord, Srivas Pandit was unable to control himself, and he fell into an ecstatic trance. Currents of joy ran through his body, and he emerged into an ocean of happiness. With raised arms he wept and breathed heavily, and then rolled on the ground. The Lord smiled and accepted Srivas' prayers with great satisfaction. Bring all your family members of the house and let them see my transcendental form, the Lord said. along with your wife. Worship my feet and ask for any boon that your heart desires. Following the instructions of the Lord, Srivas went into his house and gathered all his relatives, friends and wife, and returned quickly to the presence of the Lord. Weeping with joy, Srivas offered all the flowers collected for the worship of Lord Vishnu to the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. With fragrant flowers, incense and lamp, Srivas along with